Hi, it's Stu Bear from Airshow World, welcoming you along to Stu Bear's Mr. Foodies. And without further ado, let's hand you over to Heather.
Hey guys, welcome to Stu Bear's Mr. Foodies channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make these lovely two-toned rose flowered cupcakes. As you can see here, we're going to be breaking it down nice and easy, simple vanilla sponge to start. Then I'm going to show you how to make this American buttercream frosting, and then how to fill your piping bag to get the two-toned effect, and then finally how to pipe the rose. So please keep watching. So then, the first step to making these beautiful flowery cupcakes, we're just going to start off with a real simple sponge recipe, equal quantities of everything. So here I've got 150 grams of unsalted butter, just softened slightly, get it out of the fridge a couple of hours before you need it. So that is going into my mixing bowl, along with the equal quantity of caster sugar. Pop that in there. And then we're just going to start creaming these together. Just start off on a fairly low speed. I give this a couple of minutes. We just want it to come together, be really nice and smooth, look almost fluffy really. To this, I'm going to add in my other ingredients. So here I've got my flour, really easy to remember, exactly the same amount as the butter and sugar, 150 grams, self-raising flour for this. Just remember, I'm going to put all the ingredients down in the description below in case you need to go back and double check. And then I've got 3 medium beaten eggs in here, which is also going in. There we go. And I'm just going to put in about half a teaspoon vanilla extract, just to get it nice and tasty. We all love a bit of vanilla. So here we go. Straight in there. I'm going to start mixing this again. I only really want to give it until the ingredients are all fully incorporated. So I'm going to give it about 30 seconds. You don't want to overkill it, because that's when your dough starts to go tough and cakes just won't really taste very nice. So I'm going to set this off again. Turn the speed up. So I've had this mixing just to get the ingredients incorporated. So there we go. That's perfect. I'm gonna now start putting the mixture into my cases. So I've got a 12-hole cupcake tray here, already lined. I've just got these beautiful cases. I got these from Amazon. I'll put the link down below in case you want to get them. As you can see, rose gold, very trendy. The thing I find easiest to put my batter in is mashed potato scoop. Can't go wrong. I'm gonna do about, to begin with, about 3/4 of a scoop for each one. Hopefully that should work out about perfect. Just nice and gently pop it in. There we go. We want to get them as level as we can, but we can always go around afterwards with a teaspoon. Don't worry too much yet. You'll soon be able to tell which ones have got more, which ones need a bit more in. So I finished spooning my mixture into my 12 cupcake cases. I just use the back of a spoon just to level them off a little bit. Try and get them in as even as you can, but at the same time, don't worry, don't get too pedantic over it. You know, it's not the end of the world. We're going to be, when they come out the oven, cutting the tops off anyway to make them nice and level. So yeah, like I say, don't worry too much about getting them all perfect. So I've had my oven preheating to 160 degrees fan or 180 conventional. I'm going to put these into bake about 18-20 minutes until a skewer inserted comes out clean. My cupcakes have had 20 minutes baking in the oven now at 160. They look about ready to come out, so I'm going to grab them. Here we go. Oh, perfect. Very happy. Simple way to check if they're cooked. Just put a skewer into one of them. If that comes out clean, which as you can see it has, that means we're all done, all baked. So I'm just gonna transfer these over to my cooling rack and leave these. Now, before we ice them, these want to be cooled down thoroughly, completely, or else when we put our icing on, it's just gonna completely melt into a big splodge, which is the last thing we want. So I'm gonna give them probably at least an hour, I'd say. You'll soon know just from touching them. Right guys, so I've had my cupcakes cool in about an hour or so now, and nice and cold to the touch, ready to start making my icing and piping that on. So what I've got in here, I've got 150 grams of softened unsalted butter. Really important that it's unsalted, or else you're going to get that flavour of the salt to it. So using my stand mixer with my beating attachment on, I'm just going to start whisking that till it's all nice and smooth. So there's my butter. I've had that beaten now, so it's lovely and smooth. I'm going to start adding in my icing sugar. You don't want to add it all in at once. I tend to just sort of go a third at a time. If you start putting it all in at once, what you'll find will happen is you'll end up with lumps in your buttercream, which is the last thing that we want. So once you've added in that third, just leave it to all mix in nicely. At first it might look like it's never going to incorporate, but trust me, it will use all that sugar up. This mixture whipping about 2 minutes now. It looks nice, light and fluffy. I'm just going to loosen it up with a tablespoon or two of whole milk. This just gives it a really nice texture for piping off flowers. Don't add it all at a time. Make sure you're adding little and often, just until you get your desired consistency. So I'm going to start off with about a tablespoon and just let that come together now. I've finished whipping up my buttercream. Really happy with the consistency. So now I'm going to start showing you how we get these lovely two-toned roses. So I'm going to put 2/3 of my frosting mixture into this bowl, because I'm going to keep that the standard buttercream colour. And then with what's remaining in this bowl, the last third, I'm going to use this nice purple gel colouring to turn it a lovely deep purple colour, which gives us our two-toned effect. So, like I say, we'll put 2/3 of the mixture into this bowl, because it's staying this colour. So in we go. As you can see, it's perfect consistency for piping. Hopefully we'll get these gorgeous rose flowers, which is what we want to see. With what's left in here, I'm gonna start adding the purple food colouring. Now with this is a special gel stuff. It's a lot stronger than the liquid food colouring, so you want to be very careful what amounts you're putting in. If you're not careful, you'll be spooning it in, and before you know it, it will definitely be the wrong colour. So I like to just get a cocktail stick, dip it in, and then put that just into the bowl, like so. And then use the other end just to get a bit more. Put that bit on the actual mixer itself. And then let's see what colour we go. So I'm going to start mixing that through again. Just finished mixing the purple colour in with it. I'm really happy with that colour. That's just how I want it. That create the nice two-tone effect. So before I start putting that in my piping bag, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut the top slightly off these cakes. Just using a serrated knife, turn them on their side. You don't want to take too much off at all, just so that they're level with the top of the cases, so we can get a nice, clean, smooth finish on them. So yeah, like I say, just cut down just those top bits off. Barely anything, really, you know. They make nice little snacks as you're going along, allow you to have a little taste test first. So I finished just cutting the very tops off these cupcakes, so now a nice level surface for us to start piping our flowers onto. First step, I've got here a large piping bag, a reusable one. with a Wilton 2D nozzle, which is standardly what's used for piping these sort of flowers. So I'm going to put that into my piping bag, like so. Make sure you push it down nice and firmly and it fits well. Sometimes you might just need to cut a bit more off your piping bag if it's too tight. You sort of want it at least like that amount in. You don't want any of the bag covering the holes on the nozzle. And then what I like to do is either take a glass or a vase, just makes it easier for you to get your mixture into the bag. So I'm gonna put that there and then fold the piping bag over the top of it, like so. And then just use your fingers to push it in, as you can see. And then first things first, we're going to take this gorgeous purple coloured frosting that you've seen us make previously, and then just using a palette knife, I'm going to spread this onto opposite sides of the piping bag, on two opposite corners. This is what gives us a lovely two-toned effect of a rose. It makes it look like the outside of the petals of the purple colour, and then we've got the standard frosting for in the middle. So I'm just going to get a small amount on my palette knife as follows, and then push in right into the bottom of the bag. I'm going to start on this side first and then just run it up the side like that. There we go. Nice thin layer to begin with, because we can always build it up. Like I said, I've put this purple buttercream on either side of my piping bag, just like that, as you can see. A nice, you don't want too thick a layer, but enough to just coat the sides of the bag. And now I'm going to go in there with my plain mixture. So here we go. This is going to go all down the middle of the bag. So I'm just going to start coating it in. As you can see, don't worry about pushing this plain buttercream right down into the bottom, because we're going to squeeze it down anyway. Lift it out of the glass holder, as you can see, and then I'm going to start squeezing all that mixture down to the bottom. There we go. Make sure you're squeezing it nicely, holding the top, so you're squeezing out any air bubbles. The last thing we want as we're piping is to suddenly come to an air bubble and for the mixture to stop coming out. So there we go, you can see coming out now bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to twist the top of the bag. Now as you're piping, you're going to use this hand, your left hand, to support the piping bag to control the direction, and this hand here at the top is what's going to control the speed that it comes out at. So what I like to do first is I like to just squeeze the bottom bit out, just so we can test the colour, get it all flowing nice. Just pipe it into that bowl, like so. Right then, so we're now ready to start piping our buttercream roses onto our cupcakes. What we're going to do is we're going to start in the middle and then go in an anti-clockwise direction. We're going to follow it round, and you want to finish up here at the 2 o'clock mark on the cake. So let me just show you what I mean. Let me show you the first one. So we're going to press into the cake, so then we're going to follow it round. You want to let the nozzle do all the work, nice and steady, don't rush it. There we go. And like I say, follow it around and then finish at 2 o'clock. Press down and up. Just smooth it down like so. So there we go. There's our first one done. Put that to the side for a second. Go on to the next. So exactly the same as we just done. We're going to go down in the middle and then up. Let the nozzle do all the hard work, nice and easy. Just follow it round. Let it coat the sides. We don't want to be seeing any of the cake at the end of the day. And then just release the pressure and let it flow through.
Well, that seems easy enough. Even the bear could make that. Many, many thanks to Heather. And don't forget, for all viewers of Mr. Foodies and also Airshow World, you can get 15% off all your teas and coffees from the Kent and Sussex Tea and Coffee Company. How do you do that? It's quite simple. At the checkout, just use that voucher code, and that is Airshow. Don't forget, all uppercase, AIRSHOW. But from Stu Bear and Heather, until next time, we'll see you then.